Oh my Lord. I don't know how many times I have sat down in front of this screen to do a live and went, oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to do? Oh my God. And went blank, right? Has anybody ever felt like that? Do you ever struggle to come up with some kind of content to do these lives, right? They tell us all the same thing. You need to get more exposure on Facebook, on Instagram, but then go, oh, what do I say? What do I do? Right? Man, and with so many different brands out there fighting for competition and feeling like I didn't start TikTok soon enough. I didn't start this soon enough, right? What do I have to say? Well, honey, you were in the right spot because it's 10-minute tips for my entrepreneurs today. My name is Zandra, and I've been helping entrepreneurs grow their organizations and businesses for on and off the past 30 years. Hate saying that number, but it's true, my darlings, right? So in this session, what are we going to talk about? We are going to talk about how to create content easily for your audience. And I know there's a bunch of different people out there that you have different businesses. You're selling different things. Some of you have a physical product. Some of you sell a service like me or your personality. Some of you are a brand. So I want you to, take this with a grain of salt. But at the end of the day, any of you that are actively trying to market your products and to bring awareness to your brand, you need to start to create content. And what do I mean about that? It's written and verbal content showing up that basically helps you position yourself and your product and or service as an expert in your field. So that may mean writing a blog. That may mean showing up in your local newspaper, doing a column. It may be having testimonials on your website. It may be having a website that shows people, oh, this person's in business and they know what they're doing. But you can't just have a blank website or a blank ad that just shows you standing like this going, buy my coaching. Why? Why should I buy your coaching? Who are you? What significance do you have in my life that I know that you're going to be able to help me? Well, content is the way, one of the many ways that we can really start to position ourselves differently in the marketplace and be able to show why people should buy our service, our product, right? It's super, super important to help you build your authority. Your content also acts as the lifeblood. That's what people tune into. You come and watch these because you don't know me. Some of you work with me already, but a lot of you, that's why I started this group, because I wanted an easy way for people to come and get to know me without knowing that once you know me, there's a more likelihood that you're going to want to do business with me. Know, like, and trust. That's what marketing is really about, is building that connection with people. So good content is product info. I'm just telling you what I do. If you want great content, you need to go beyond the product or service. You need to start showing who you are as a person, because we all know people buy from people that they like, not just random strangers off the street. And that's why you building a presence, whether you go, well, no, it's not, it's my product, it's my product. No, even my nervous entrepreneurs that are nervous about showing themselves on social media. We've done different things. We've said it doesn't matter. They need to get to know you, right? It's like Tide, the funniest commercials right now. And honestly, I never bought Tide because I was always like, it's a scam. It's too much money. I fell prey to it. What is it? It's Stone Cold Steve Austin, iced tea, and they've had a bunch of other people on there. And it's about washing Tide works great and cold. And I love it. And they make me laugh. Why? Because I love the content, saving money, helping save the environment. These guys are funny. And so content is really important. It's the way you present the content as well. It's not about you going, hello, everyone. This is the University of Zen, and this is the way I do it. Well, that may be other people's style. That ain't my style. So great content allows you to show your personality to your potential clients about who you are. Right? That's why I do these free lives. It's as well to help you and to build that know, like, and trust factor with you. If you buy from me, great. If not, I get to still do what I love, which is showing up and teaching. And heck with it. You guys know, if you watch me at all, I'm an unfulfilled actor. So this helps to fulfill that need for me to be on stage. So where do I get content from? That's what I get asked so much, like, holy smokes, Anne, how do you show up with all this stuff? And there's several different ways that I do it. So first of all, what is content? It's news, information. It's an ebook, it's articles, it's blogs, it's videos, it's lives, it's anything where you are sharing with your audience something about your why you like, and it may not be, oh, buy this thing. It's not always selling. A lot of times it's sharing, because you're building that from people to want to buy from you. They need to trust you. So that's a big part of it, is you just sharing. People go, oh, I don't want to share my personal life. I don't want to share. Well, then, honey, you're probably going to have a little bit more difficult time selling. That's it. You all know it. That's why car salesmen, that's why I'll have the same car salesman for the rest of my life. Love you, Peter and Dawn, because they care about me, and because they're constantly sending me emails or sharing good information. They're sending me discounts, right? It may be coming from Nissan, but it doesn't matter. I feel cared about, and I'm learning from the company always. So I'll stick with them. So that's what content is. It's basically your life. It's who you are. It's about what do you know? And where do you get it from? Because people go, holy shit, Zan, it's hard enough running a business without having all these other things. So there's a lot of different ways. You can create it from scratch. You can hire someone. So create it from scratch if you have the time and you're a good writer or a good creator, right? There's lots of caveats to these. Hire someone. That can be expensive, and if they don't know your voice, it may not sound like you. You can curate other people's content. So maybe I don't have anything to say. Well, but I listen to blogs all the time. 95% of what I tell you guys is 100% of what I tell you guys, I didn't make it up. I learned it from someone else or somewhere else. So in a lot of ways, all of us are curating content. And maybe you go, Zan, I have a gardening business. Like I do people's yard work. How's that going to help? Well, maybe you are teaching them about why this particular pest control is the best and safest for the environment, lowest cost, because you do that. And at the end of the day, you can say, if you like this, my company does this and we can do it for you. So it's showing people what you have to offer, giving them external proof of why what you offer is really good. So to me, that's why we provide content as well. It's our expertise, but it's also showing why what our service or product is why it's important and why people need it. All right. And then one of the other ways that you do it, and I talk about it a lot, and people always go, what is that? It's called private label rights material, or PLR. And my staff that work with me, I'm constantly dropping it. And I forget that it's not a common word. It isn't mine, because I've been doing digital business now, working my business in a digital way, advertising online since the pandemic started. So I went and became a hardcore student to a lot of these concepts I'm going to be talking with you about. So you don't necessarily have to spend the money to learn the basics of it, or, you can say, I want to know more about it. So what is private label rights? It's basically content, pre-written content for you in your particular field, interest, niche. And it's a license where the author sells most or all of the intellectual property to you. And there's a whole bunch of people, they can sell it. Millions of people can be using it. But the basic premise is that the license permits buyers to brand the content as their own work. And it allows you, excluding the copyright, and there's different ways. Sometimes they'll go, no, you can just use this for yourself and your clients. No, you can actually resell this. So there's just private use rights, and then there's seller's rights, where you can actually sell that particular product to other people, like you bought it from the seller. So you can put your logo on it, like you created it, and you can use it anywhere. Articles, ebooks, software, graphic templates. There's so many different forms of PLR out there, right? Like it's pretty much anything that you can do. So for me, a lot of these concepts, I don't have time to go research and learn everything. So I buy a lot of PLR. How do I do that? What do I do is I go Google it, and I will say, I'll come back around to the back. We're almost at the end here. I'm trying to keep it to 10 minutes, but it's tough. I'll get to that at the end. How can PLRs help you grow your business? You save time. You save money compared to hiring a writer or buying the exclusive rights. You can generate ideas for blogging or content marketing, right? So maybe you don't use the exact content, but it tweaks your brain of going, you can also edit it. So you can use the title, use content, but then add your flair to it. So you can change it in any way, shape, or form that you want to. You can use parts of it. You can cut it up so that you can put it into different media formats. Okay. And it can be, and just repurpose it into different digital products. The thing is, the only thing that you really need to know It's not unique. Anybody can buy it when you buy PLR. But the fact is, I don't believe that there's really a whole lot of unique ideas in the world, right? A lot of what everyone's doing, and that's why I tell you, don't think that you have to be an original when you do your business. The fact is, you just have to do it in your way. Nobody does your business. I don't care. It's like owning a grocery store. People say, like, they'll say, I want to be a coach, son. And they'll go, but there's so many coaches out there. And I'll go, how many grocery stores do we have in this town? How many car dealerships do we have in this town? Do you think one of them went, oh, there's already 8 car dealerships, I better not open one? No, they go, hell, there's 8 successful car dealerships. There's a good chance they need another one. I'm opening one there too. Right? So don't think that you have to be unique, because most things in the world aren't unique. That's why people do them, is because they're tried and tested. That's what I find a lot with PLR too. It's the basics. It's the building foundation of whatever your particular field of interest is. When I see the life coaching stuff, when I search for it, it's not like I'm like, oh my God, I don't even know what this means. No, I already know what it means. And it's just somebody else has put my thoughts onto paper, because I learned the same thing. So unless you have to be completely original, you're in university, then I wouldn't worry about it. Because the fact is, most people, especially if you're curating, people get ideas from other people's work. That's why you call it curating. You're just basically saying, you know what, I listened to this. Oh, and so I'll get back to that. Curating means, oh, I listened to this great podcast today on Build Your Tribe with Shalene and Brock Johnson. And this is what they told me, blah, blah, blah. So I'm basically just rewording and stating what somebody else did. I read this great book. This is what I learned. That's curating. So to me, that's almost what we're doing with private label rights materials. We're curating, we're going, well, this is the best thinking of it, and this is the way I deliver it. Okay. It's also, the final caveat on is best used as a resource rather than a source. Okay, meaning that users should consider revising and improving existing private label content before distributing. So don't just use the identical thing that you bought, and put your own flavor to it. Add your content, add some of your language, because the other thing, it isn't necessarily going to sound like you. For any of you know me, there's going to be a few F-bombs, some swear words in mine, right, to make it really my own. Because I don't have time, and you all know the way I talk. So anything that's too clean and not some dirty jokes in there, nobody's going to believe that it's me. So I want to make some edits to my private label rights. So finally, where can you purchase PLRs? And we're almost done here, darling. Sorry, I'm a few minutes off, but this is the first time I try to do it in 10 minutes. So where can you purchase PLRs? Google your niche and PLR. So for example, Google life coach PLR or private label rights, health and fitness, private label rights, financial management, private label rights. And you're going to go, holy crap, your mind's going to be blown with all of the stuff that comes up. And is it going to be expensive? Honestly, no, it's very, very cheap because there's so much of it, and people are just reselling their ideas. And because what's happening is, so that person that you go, oh, I really like their content. Holy crap. What they've probably done is bought that as private label rights from someone else, updated, tweaked it to their own, and now they're selling it. So just read through it. If it's too expensive, you need to make sure that it's within your budget. But I really don't pay a lot of money for private label rights because there's so much of it out there. All right. And if you're struggling at all, let me know. If you're like, Zan, I have this weird niche and I don't know how to find private label rights, send me a note, put it in the comments below, and I'll come and check it for you. And I will do some research for you on it and try to send you in the right direction. Okay. But let me know if I can support you. All right, so here we are at the end of our session. So if you are overwhelmed at the idea, so let me know. Did you watch this live? Hashtag live, hashtag replay. Let me know what you think about it. Are you using PLR in your own business? What are you doing for content right now? How important is content in your business, in what you do? Are you totally overwhelmed with all of this stuff, right? With the whole marketing concept? Let me know, because that's what we're here to do, is answer your questions and bring you the knowledge that you want. Because it can be overwhelming to do all of this stuff, right? And a lot of times when we, it's like shooting blind in the dark when we don't know what our clients want, what we want, who we are. So we're here to help you with that. So we've got if you want to know a little bit more, how do I sell better? You're struggling with marketing and your marketing isn't hitting where you want it to hit. You're struggling on selling to people. You're struggling about getting yourself knowing what business idea you want to set up. Well, honey, we've got something coming up for you. On October 17th, I'm going to be holding a workshop called the Color Code Core Motivation Assessment. And what it is, it's my tool that I use with every single one of my clients to help them identify what motivates them, what's most important to them, so that they can really start to create and grow businesses and lives that are most relevant to them. But also, what are the motivations of each one of their clients that come across their business doorstep, virtually or in person? How do I make sure that I'm speaking to them in a way that's going to connect with them and that I can sell to them? Well, that's what this color code is all about. It's really about identifying what people's core motivation is. If you've taken one called True Colors, which is another variation of this, I've taken them all. They're all based on the same psychology. The color code to me is the number one best that I've used, and I'm certified in about 7 different assessments. It's my favorite. It is my go-to. And I promise you, it is going to change the way you see yourself, the way you see your business, the way you see your customers, your clients, and really anybody that you come into contact with, you're going to be able to communicate better with and more effectively. All right. So October 17th, I'm going to be putting up some more posts about it, and that's what we're going to be talking about. So if this is something you're interested in, we're also going to be having an early bird special price coming up. So I'll be tuning into that. But if it's something you're interested, let me know immediately. Put hashtag color code and I will reach out to you pronto and get the content. Alrighty, thank you for your patience. I will get shorter at this, I promise. I figure 17 minutes. That's pretty short for the way I talk. So thank you so much for tuning in. Okay. And I appreciate you. Let me know. And like I said, if you've got any entrepreneurs in your life that you think need to have some of these tips, if you've got the tips, thank you, my friend, for putting that in. Excellent. Oh, and I love that. Thank you. Content can come from things that are missing elsewhere, and people are grumping about that lack. Exactly. Listen to your customers. What do they want? That can be your next idea of content. Thank you for that, doll. You are amazing. Alrighty. I love you. Let me know, what are your entrepreneur issues that you're having so that we can discuss it. Any of my entrepreneurs, I'm going to be getting my talk show up and going again, which was called Fueled Up. And it's about entrepreneurs and how they stay energized, how they keep fulfilled in their lives. So I'm going to be starting to interview. So if you are interested in being one of my guests, I'd love to hear from you. All right. So let's stay in touch. Mwah. Love you. And remember, today is the first day of the rest of your life. And today, your business is the day to grow it, to love it, and to make it what you want. All righty. Talk to you soon.